Welcome back everyone to Pineleaf Plays Minecraft Skirmish. And if you notice, I've got a few windows here. Actually, they are arrow slits. And I thought that they would be nice. One, they will add a little bit of depth to what we have here. I could probably will add some to the third floor also, so I could have a little bit extra there. And of course, to serve as a defensive position so that the garrison can fire arrows at anyone attempting to approach. So this is one of the directions of likely approach, so therefore you can imagine there will be plenty of arrow slits down in this direction. Alright, now on the other side here, I also have 3 right down in this way, right in the lower mustering hall, because I figure if you're going to have a mustering hall, that you're probably going to have somebody in there who will be able to defend the place if necessary. I still have to put some things in here. We have that window up there, but probably see if I can find some way to get a few arrow slits there. We'll have to see, because I'll decide where to put them while I am inside. Alright, there we go. Good. Now, how's this trench coming along? Alright, here it is. Now this is just my ingress and egress, so to speak, whenever I have this thing. But that'll obviously be removed when I have this all finished. But therefore, I've got this going all along here. I probably should, I think the plan is to have this 4 high all around. Alright, well it looks like I've got, I'm trying to get it to 5 high, alright. But I want to have at least 4 meters high along all the way through on all the corners in there. That will help things quite a bit. As I said, the entire idea is from defense, not on ease of getting in or out of it, because this is a military fortress and this is, of course, a time of war, and we are talking about a paranoid, evil necromancer and all that fun stuff, which certainly doesn't mean that he's going to make things any easier for people to come in. Alright, there we go. Now here things are going to have to, because I've got this little trench I've been creating and all this stuff, but it's probably going to change in its character a little bit. In fact, I probably will bring down some of this wall, because we have this natural step up here from the lake to discourage people from coming in. So most likely I'm not going to depend as much on the wall in this section. Yeah, I think because this is a bit of a ditch that's going to try, and I think naturally getting them in, the main purpose isn't to keep people from getting into the ditch. The main purpose is to keep people from getting out of the ditch. So therefore, I'm not going to worry about as much on this end. Just make sure that it's something that's hard to undermine. So I'll probably replace a lot of this grass with stone and use that. In between that and the height of the walls is what I'm going to be using for my defense. And I'm replacing any dirt that's on the side of the wall, of course, is getting replaced with stone up here, so that it's not easy to get through it, because the idea is to keep them from undermining and to make it difficult to scale the walls and all that fun stuff. Alright, that's what's going on this. I'll probably have quite a bit more. I've got about, let's see, all that side, pretty much all that side. So that's about half, maybe 2/3, somewhere in that region. In this side, we probably don't need the ditch. The idea there is of the ditch is for the sides that or higher up. But here we'll probably just, the terrain is naturally below this, and we'll use that to our advantage. And this is probably where we're going to have some of the various buildings in the Bailey. So this looks like a good section to the Bailey to have. All right. So the idea there is not to give them any sort of boost. It has to be sheer in order to get up, because if you make it too easy to climb, and then it is not going to be very protective. And I'm going to need another shovel. I've gone through quite a number of shovels in doing this, but I guess that is inevitable. Alright, let's get this done here. Then we can head along inside a little bit. Stone here, and the idea is that the minimum rise at any position is going to be, there's going to be, no matter which way approach you make, there's going to be at least a 4-meter rise no matter what. That is the idea. Alright, there we go. So that's it. So therefore, the only direction you can approach it is from this way, and it'll be well defended, probably guards and all sorts of fun stuff up here. We've got a gatekeeper that's a Kargul, so that's really not going to be fun for any one of the free peoples that's going to try to invade this. This place looks hideously dark, and I don't know what we're going to do about that. I guess it's partly the impression comes from how high it is. I'm sure the obsidian doesn't exactly help it either. Alright, so here's what I decided to do for the arrows. This is a different style of arrow slit than I did up in Thongohad. I just decided to do a 2-meter one so I could come in and look around like this and shoot from here. So therefore I took a 3-meter opening and added slabs up and down there. So that will help in that department. And then over here, right? So I did the same thing over here. Probably should do a few up here also. And the reason why I wanted to have slabs, partly of course, is to have slightly raised in there so it's not too easy to trip. If you're just walking by, you just don't accidentally walk out through the arrow slit, which would be one little problem. But the other reason is because we had the granite there, so I thought that would help that from being a major problem. Alright, so let's start by figure having arrow slits all around. And you're not going to want to invade this place because you're going to be rained down with arrows. There'll probably be Palestine catapults up on the roof to really give you a bad day. Alright, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, that means we can go up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. And 1, 2, 3. Okay, good, perfect. That's exactly what we need. And that'll give us what we want. If we're going to do it by... Alright, let's put this... 1, 2, 3... okay, actually, that would have been a nice place for a... Where is that torch? Alright, let's put the torch here. Yeah, that we could make the next one here. That would be nice. And good. And that could put this one here. And it's getting late. So let's head downstairs and take a little nap. And I'm starting to... Good grief. I have got to get some good lighting in here. And I don't know how you're going to do the good lighting for this. I have to figure out some way. All right, let's head to bed. All right, good. And anything I'll be needing or not needing or anything like, let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Stone. Okay, I got plenty of stone at the moment. Good. We don't need all this dirt. Actually, I will want to keep that. All right, good. Oh, that's in there. Oh, yes, I am going to need a shovel. And if I'm next to the crafting table, it's a good time. This is, I think, the 4th shovel I had to make today. So shovels are definitely a commodity that is not easy to keep. All right, there we go. Good. We are now nice and healthy again. Now, you wonder, I did make a second pickaxe, and the reason why I made that second pickaxe is because there were a large number of coal nodes in there, and I wanted to mine the coal, and of course you can't mine the coal with a silk touch pickaxe. You wind up with coal blocks instead of coal itself, and I thought that would just be a real pain. And speaking of real pains, I don't have any more slabs left. Back down. And I've also been going through a lot of inventory troubles, so therefore I have been in the habit of not having... Alright, there we go. That should be plenty. So I've gotten into the habit of not carrying a crafting table with me or anything like that because they were so... Inventory slots have been so precious. Okay, now let's get back here. And back up here. Alright, good. And... Well, okay, well, at least I could easily make sticks. Well, at least I would be able to easily make sticks if I had any... If I had any wood with me. But I don't. Alright, there we go. I think that's enough for the moment. That will give you an idea, and I'm not too sure if there are any other places where I could... Right, because here... This is the armory, actually. Would we want... Yeah, I guess we'd also want arrow slits here. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these in the non-carpeted area. That way when it rains, if it rains inside, it's less likely to damage the carpet. Because you don't want to be the orc that has to go and clean up after the mess from a storm or anything like that. Alright, now. Let's see, we are at 1, 2, 3 down that way. Actually, is this open or is it not? Ooh, just barely. Alright. And here. Good. Now in this case, no. Since we have all these most likely very evil tomes here, I am not going to let the elements get into that area. We'll assume that those are some very, very nasty books that are being used to train folks in necromancy and stuff like that. And you don't want to go and get them damaged. Right? Alright, there we go. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3. Alright, down here. Good. We'll be covered from all directions. Now we will want a little bit extra on this end. 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So what I will do here, 1, 2, 3. See, 1, 2, and the third. 1, 2, and yeah, that's perfect. All right. And here. Good. And then we could do the same thing for the other side. 1, 2, and good. And once we do that, we can go downstairs and take a look at what it looks like from the outside. Hopefully it looks formidable and makes you discouraged from making an assault onto the fortress. Right? And I think that's the main purpose of arrow slits. How does this? Yeah. Okay, their second purpose is actually to send down arrows if someone doesn't take the hint. Alright then, that's done, that's done, that's done. Now, we won't have any of them on the first floor since that would be too easy on the defenders. Alright, there we go. We have, most of them are up on the top floor. Not exactly regularly spaced, but then we have the interior to worry about there. We have a few extras on the side there. We have that one, that's along the stairway there, which is why it's at such an unusual position. But I have a feeling that functionality and defense trump appearances, especially if you're an evil necromancer, such as Sauron. Alright, down on this end, we have no windows on this end. We could probably add a few right on the second floor, so I could do that between episodes, because that would be perfect to put one in there. I didn't think about that before, but yes, that would be a good idea. Now, down on this direction, we have quite a number of, well, perhaps one of those is way too close to it, but we'll just have to live with that. And then finally, down on this end, we have there over here. And now getting over onto the other side of this is a task where I'll just head over this way. So we'll get our look over this from a little bit of a distance. The idea here is we could cover as much space as possible. Oh yeah, that is, yeah, you don't want to be asked to assault from that direction. No way. But alright, that's how our tower looks at the moment. So next time, we will hopefully have this ditch finished up so that that's all around, and perhaps we can start worrying about what we're going to do for one of the Baileys. But that'll be in our next episode of Piney Plays Minecraft Skirmish.